Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about solids, liquids and gases. That means states of matter. First of all, what is a matter? So matter is anything that occupies space and has weight. Matter can be of living or non-living, both the things. Okay? But now the question is, what is their matter made up of? So students, all the matters are split into tiny units that are not visible with the naked eye, and there are called molecules. Yes, all the matters are made up of these tiny particles called molecules. Now the another question comes in mind, that is what their molecules made up of. So these molecules further split into minute particles are called atoms. These are also known as the building blocks of the matter. So here atom word comes from atmos, that means individual. So this is the last unit of the matter. Approximately 117 kinds are there of matter in the world. So students, our next topic is states of matter. So it has three basic forms: solid, liquid and gas. So first of all we will learn about the solids. In solids, molecules are very close to each other. Their force of attraction is the strongest among all these three, and it has definite shape, mass and volume. So students, look at the picture carefully. You can see easily that how these molecules are closely packed to each other, right? And the second one we have liquid. In liquid state, molecules are farther apart. That means not closely arranged as it is in the solids. And even liquid has less force of attraction as compared to the solids. Its molecules can move around freely. Its molecules can move around freely. This is the reason that water can flow. So look at the picture carefully. Here you can see the molecules of water, but they are not closely packed. They have some spaces between them, right? Now move to our third state, that is gases. In this state, molecules are separated by large spaces. It does not have fixed shape, fixed volume and even mass. They have a lot of freedom to move about. In this state, molecules move faster than the solids and the liquid. This is the reason they do not have a fixed shape. Clear? And now look at the picture carefully. You can see the molecules easily. They are very apart from each other, okay, and they do not have fixed shape, right? Now look at the next picture. In this picture you can easily distinguish all these three states, right? Like in the first one, in the solid form, molecules are closely packed, and in the next, in the liquid state, these are loosely arranged, and in the third one these are not arranged in a proper manner, right? So our next topic is solubility. So what is solubility? First, solubility is the ability of a substance to mix into a liquid. It means when solute mixes with the solvent to make a solution. Clear? So solute and solvent, when both the things mix together, then they form a solution, and this process is known as solubility. Clear? And here we will see what kind of solutions we get after mixing solids, liquids and gas in water. So first of all we have solids in water. So here you will take some crystals of potassium permanganate and some water, and what you would do next, take some these potassium permanganate crystals and start dissolving in the water. Okay, so what would you see then? You will easily see that these crystals are dissolving in water and giving us violet or purple color. Okay, and this experiment shows that potassium permanganate is soluble in water. The next one we have liquids in water. When liquid mixes in water, it gives two kind of solutions. One is miscible, the other one is immiscible solution. Miscible, in which two liquids mix together and appear one clear solution. Example, when glycerin is added to the water, it gives a clear solution to us. Okay, that means it is completely dissolved in water. Got it? And the next one is immiscible, in which two liquids mix together and appear as two liquids. That is known as immiscible. And here you can take example of oil in water. Clear? So here you can easily see that oil is not mixing in water, it's not dissolving. Clear? So it gives two solution. Last topic we have physical change and chemical change. First of all, we have physical change. It involves the change in the physical properties like shape, size, form, color, volume. It can reversible or reversible in nature. Example, melting of a candle. Here size of candle decreases. Clear? Next we have chemical change. In this change, heating or cooling results in a permanent change in the state of matter, and here a new substance is formed. For example, burning of paper. After the complete burning, ashes will be left as a new substance. So students, here our chapter completes, and in the next video we will discuss about the questions of this chapter. Until that, you need to practice this whole completely.